All right, yo, we back with another episode. We back with the new
Yes, sir. The new.
For the Vibes podcast show. We're here. We are preparing the year off right, coming to you correct, and yeah, we're starting off with a bang, a brand new show, brand new podcast for the
Yes,
vibes.
sir. For the Vibes podcast, the official name.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, brother, what are we going to talk about today?
All right. Episode 1, 2024. Shush. Our first episode, yeah. We're going to, this episode here, we're just going to kind of go through how our year was last year. So, 2023 was obviously a big year for both of us. So yeah, we're just going to have a debrief? Not a debrief, but like a recap. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. A recap of our year. Crazy year. But yeah, that's where we're at. Where should we start with 2023? We had travels. We had we had the getaway with the boys, the retreat. We call it a retreat.
Yeah, for sure. You can call it a retreat.
We had that at the start of the year to kind of ground us and get us ready, prepared for the year, which ended up being good because it was a crazy year.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, the travels was insane. The learnings was insane. The experiences were insane. And there was a lot that happened at home too. So,
For sure, bro. I mean, I got married last year, so crazy.
Yep.
Life be hitting.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just start off with like how the impact. So last year, ourselves and the boys, we organized a trip to go away for a couple of days to basically just plan out our year. And the reason why we wanted to do that mainly was because I felt like it's important for us as artists, as people, to just have a certain goal to ground us for the whole year. And whether it be like a goal that is tangible or a goal or a theme to keep you grounded, I felt like that was really important for us to kind of get out the way so that, regardless of what may come and go throughout 2023, you have something there to really just keep you anchored, especially through, the ups and downs of like life in general. So we spent a couple of days away in Tauranga. Massive shout out to Chrysler for Lil Lightsaber for being the hookup.
It was Topo.
Tauranga, whoops.
Also just
Getting
getting us
those,
te reo in there.
Yeah, just thought I'd chuck it up there. Te reo Māori. Sorry. But yeah, it was in Taupo, sorry. It was in Taupo, and I was mad. It was really good. And then, bro, after that, there was so many highlights. I mean, yeah, we can talk about travels. We can talk about anything. I think I'm just going to skip, bro, because I feel like it's way too hard to, like, talk about it chronologically. Yep. But, bro, LA. LA was a crazy trip. What was your highlight from LA?
LA, yeah. LA, I think the highlight, the main highlight of LA was probably meeting News and Hitman. Like, that was a major highlight. Like, those two, and they're cool. Like, especially like hanging out with News. We hung out with News heaps over there, and he's just a cool person, an OG that wasn't really like around when Crump started. Like Crumpers started traveling, or the world events started like connecting with each other. So to see him coming into the space finally is crazy, and just meeting him was insane. So that was like my big highlights there. And then battling OG Riot, battling OG Junior Bad, who we used to watch on the DVDs, bruh. Like, it's crazy. And then also getting rounds in with Ruckboy. Yeah, so those are some of my highlights. But
Yeah, for sure, bro. I think, like, for me, one of the main highlights was getting to meet, like, all the people that we grew up watching on DVDs. And, like, I feel, for me especially, like, seeing the landscape of Crump change over the years from what it used to be to where it is now, and then how hearing the stories of what it was like for these OGs to go through all of those different seasons, like kicking it with News. Massive shout out to the bro News.
Yes,
Even
sir.
Solo, J Slort, like
Yes, sir.
Daisy.
Yes, sir.
All of these people, really showed us love during our trip. And I think for me especially, like, getting to hear the stories, to see you guys like just have to deal with the implications of the dance drama, just having to hear that side of the story, having to see it, and then seeing how people are still having to deal with it. It's insane, bro. So yeah, I just had to. That's one of my biggest highlights, was just kicking it with the OGs. And massive shout out to the big homie Sherwin for allowing us to even have these opportunities. Like, we would be labbing and just chilling and just vibing in the studio at the Cypher spot. Massive shout out Riv. And then some of the OGs would all just rock up, bro.
Yeah.
That was crack up how they just come through and then, just start talking to Sherwin. But I feel like it's just, that was so cool to see, was just seeing all the OGs, hearing their stories. I mean, bro, it's not every day that you get to kick it with all the people that you grew up watching since you were like 15, bro.
And how down to earth were they? Eh? Like, you see, like, obviously you get to meet them at the world events. Like, you get to, when you go to EBS, you meet the OGs that get booked. When you go to the Illest or an event out here, or KOB, like, you get to meet them and talk with them, but you don't really get to like hang out with them.
Yeah.
Like, they're so busy with, obviously they're there for work. So us being able to like just actually sit down, like have a meal, like Solo and J-Slot were like, yo, let's go get Korean barbecue.
Those are the usos
we
right
just
there,
woke
man.
up, Show and picked us up, and we just went to Korean barbecue. And like, so they're probably just like having a meal, like laughing, but me and this dude sitting at the table, like just
Gobsmacked.
like sitting back, like talking, and then he's on the other end and would like catch eyes up and like, bro, we're actually sitting at the table, like just having a meal and talking with Solo, J-Slot and Show. Like, it's so random, like,
100.
and they're just like normal, like down to earth people. They had no chip on their shoulder. They were very open with their stories, or like even just like any like offerings of like advice or like help, like from their experiences coming up and stuff. So
Yeah, 100.
they're
I
such
remember
cool people, man.
I
Such
remember
cool
when we
people.
were labbing, and I was like low-key just gonna ask. I was asking Solo. I was like, Solo, please, man, like give me the ins and outs of certain things, bro. What he was saying, I was like,
Yeah.
Solo, this is crazy.
I heard the question and I was sitting down on the other side of the studio and I was like, I snuck up to walk and they like eavesdrop. Bro, they know now.
Yeah.
We are the cheeky Beast Camp members.
100, bro. I mean, I think it's cool because, for us, bro, like, these guys are the guys. Like, these are the guys that we grew up watching, that, they have so much crazy iconic footage that to us was like the 20-second 30-second snippet that we would study on repeat. And so to be able to ask like certain questions to them right there in their face, I thought it was mad. And bro, hearing what Solo was giving and just everything in between, I was like, bro, Solo, you are a G.
Bro, yeah. Nah, the funniest part was like he like took us through what he was working on and what he was labbing on. He gave us all the information and stuff. And then we're like, sweet. And then we started labbing. And he walks out and he catches himself and he just turns around straight and he goes, hold up, Oos. What are you working on? He like calls him over to get his ear. Like, what are you working on? You trying to ask me what I'm labbing on? And I heard that. I was like, I'm going outside. I'll go outside before you ask me.
You know how nerve-wracking that was?
Bro,
So
to
come
have
up to
him
you,
come up to you and be
bro.
like, what are you working on? You're like, I better not say something wrong. And he
I
corrects
was
me, bro.
I don't even know what I'm working on right now. No, but I think that just goes to show what type of person Solo is, and just how cool he is, and
Really is, he's a real one,
bro. He's a real one, bro. And so massive shout out to Lo, to J-Slot, to all the OGs that were showing us love during our time, because that made our trip even more special, and the connections that were there. So that was one of my highlights coming out of LA, because bro, LA was insane.
Yeah.
That was insane. And that was a crazy moment because that was later in the year. I mean,
That was what? When did we go? July?
bro, July, August?
Nah,
I think it was August.
Because we
In the
because
July,
Home of the Brave
August,
was early
'cause,
August, wasn't it?
No, I don't even know. But all I know is that HHI is usually August.
Yeah, crazy.
So
crazy.
HHI was there. So we were there the same time. So originally the plan was to go over there. I would try to hitchhike to Arizona to try hopefully judge, but that fell through. And then I ended up staying. We just purely stayed in LA the whole time. So that was cool. And that was a trip that we literally just went to go and just train. Like there was no real events that we knew of leading up to the actual trip. I heard whispers or of certain events that might go down. But yeah, I miss those trips because I used to go on those trips quite a lot. Just go, just train, don't even go to no events. Just you're just there to just train, just work, just experience it. And yeah, that trip was super, super memorable. But that was later in the year, bro. Like that was 2023. I can't even go. I don't even know what was before that. Where else? What else happened in 2023?
Yeah, Germany. How was Germany? So if you don't know, Ken went to Germany to be a part of Li'i's show, the theatre show that he was putting together. What was the name of the theatre show?
Frick.
I feel like it was ages ago.
Bro,
this is
it
how
feels
packed
like years
2023
ago.
was.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't even, honestly, massive shout out to my Uso, but I can't even remember the name. But yeah, massive shout out to Li'i, bro. That show was absolutely insane. I feel like, yeah, like again, that was the first time we were in Germany, in Hamburg. Kamp Nagel is the spot. So massive shout out to all the people that we crossed paths with over there in Kamp Nagel. But bro, the show was amazing. Like getting to work with Li'i. Li'i is one of the boys out here from Otara, and so getting to kick it with him and just see his process within the shows, like it was my first time working with a company like this for a show that is quite on the opposite spectrum of what I'm used to.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest adjustment, was to really just figure out like, okay, cool, like what is this type of thing? Like,
Yeah. And how was it like different for what you're usually used to?
So usually, like for me, I'm real good at picking up choreography, anything street dance style related, like, bro, I'm all good.
Yeah.
But this was very on the opposite spectrum, where it's like, for you as an artist, like what is the story that you want to tell for a show? And so I feel like from the music to the movement to the in-depth breaking down of certain choices, like that was the biggest, because we do it in freestyle and we do it to like street dance styles, which is mad. But this was the first time where I had to kind of like take those skills and put it in like an actual show. And the way that Li'i works, like it's super buzzy. And then obviously, we had like some heavy hitters and like some of the best movers. Like we had Ush, we had Jara, we had Fale, Tyler, and even Tori. And then we had, oh my gosh, we had Gifty as well. Gifty is one of the maddest freestylers out there in Hamburg. So she's an absolute G. But yeah, it was just mad. It was a really good show. We did the show in Hamburg, and then we came back and did it like a couple months later, I think that was. But yeah, it was a mad time. Especially, what the buzziest thing was kicking it with the hip hop community in Hamburg.
Yes, you went to a jam out there.
Bro, I went to a couple, got to meet like heaps of the freestylers there. I think I went to 2 of their jams, which was like, they have weekly jams over there, but I could only make it to 2 because we had to rehearse every other night for the 5 weeks and whatnot. But it was mad. I honestly can't remember the name of the show. I keep getting like swayed. Crazy. I'm like, damn. That's how packed, that's how jam-packed it was. But in terms of like the actual place and the people and what was, how we brought that show back, it was real mean. So massive shout out to Li'i and his company and Tori and the family, bro. That was mad. Like legit, it was insane.
And what was the crowd like? Is there a difference in terms of like, I guess, crowd response from New Zealand crowd performing in New Zealand and performing over there? Because I remember you saying like the way the audience was taking the show over there, it's real, like it's not very
it's deep,
not receptive.
They're not very responsive. Yeah,
receptive?
They're super not responsive.
I remember you saying it was like buzzy. Like, can you walk us through that?
It was just awkward, honestly. It's mad awkward. Like you're out there, putting yourself out there, you're vulnerable, and then you just look around and the light captures like bits and pieces, and then you're looking and you can see snippets of people's faces just straight blank.
Yeah,
just straight.
Crazy. Because I'm like, bro, when I'm dancing, like even at a tournament and stuff, and I don't get like, I see a blank face, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. I fold.
But to see it in a show, like,
bro, it was hilarious. And we had to do it like a couple times too.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because I remember one time it was just straight like crickets. Like I wasn't even sure if people liked the show. I'm like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then we had some people like, what's it called? Just some people like, you could tell like they were just real shocked at it. Like they were like, oh, this is not normal, or like what they're used to.
Yeah.
And then, bro, after the whole show finishes, Solly, these guys are coming up to us like crying. Like, I'm like, the whole show for an hour and a half, you guys were like blank face. And then, but yeah, it was crack up. It was Mickey was the legend, and obviously Seda, the fan, was there, so she came like a little bit later. But it's crack up. But yeah, everyone was just super awkward.
Yeah, that's
but, you know,
because I know, our crowds are like real responsive. Like,
yeah,
our PIs, bro, they love the hype.
100%.
And
And that was the coolest thing about doing the show here, was having a bit more PI, a bit more of a PI audience, and then just the responsiveness, and then just seeing our people in the theater. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a massive call out to all the people that do all these theater things and are influenced and are trying to bring street dance into the theater space, but are not even asking street dancers to do this. Brother, we've been doing this a very, very long time. And you know what? It's crazy. I hate, bro. I don't even want to go with all the drama, but we should bring it up.
Maybe another
People know who the toxic people are in this theater game. And it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Talk about it.
When you see nothing be done about it. But hey, I'm just a crumper. I'm doing my own thing, so I don't rely on people like that.
Yeah.
But that's insane.
Nah, I've heard some stuff about the
brother.
area.
A brother.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
I
yeah.
mean, but yeah.
But Li'i is a G. Li'i and Ta'alili, the company and friends, and obviously Ushinjara, who are super involved in the contempt world, they are absolute G's. But yeah, I don't know about everyone else. Well, I mean,
we keep it 100.
Yeah, you can tell me, because you know my uncle's Lemmy. So if you don't know who Lemmy is,
talk to him,
bruh. Do you think? But I only just found out how big of a star he is.
Yeah,
like recently, because bro, I didn't know he was just someone in the family.
That's crazy.
But yeah. So like, how was Fiji? How was your experience in Fiji?
Oh yeah, I went to Fiji. My cousin got married in Fiji.
Yeah, shout out to the cuz.
Yeah, it was
my invite. Nah.
Yeah, that was a mad wedding. My first time seeing a wedding in the island, so yeah, it was a vibe. But yeah, so I went over for a family trip, the wedding, and then
I remembered the show. It was Manu Malo.
Manu Malo.
Manu Malo, bro. Yeah. I kept getting confused with another show, but Manu Malo.
So this guy does like 10 shows a year, but
hopefully, I wish I was. Some of them I don't get paid for, but But yeah, you went to Fiji.
Yeah, Fiji. Was there for a family trip. It was a vibe. But yeah, Jara connected me with a dance company out there called Val. Sorry if I got that wrong. I think it's Vo.
I think it's Vo.
Yeah. But yeah, she connected me with those people. And I got into emails with them, and they were keen to get me in to teach and stuff. And yeah, it was the first official like proper crump workshop in Fiji, which was mad. So yeah, I was super honored to do that. I don't know what to expect, but yeah, I was there for 2 hours. I got to teach a 2-hour workshop. But yeah, I don't feel like I was like really teaching, but more connecting, and more just there to kind of facilitate a space where they could get into a comfortable position to freestyle.
Yeah, because what was their level like?
Their level of movement was high. Like because it's a contemporary company, so they do a lot of shows and stuff. They actually travel quite a bit too, apparently. So yeah, and they're self-funded, I believe. But their level of movement was very high, but the level of like freestyle wasn't at like a highish level. So but I think like they have the ideas obviously, but I think they're so used to like the same as like majority of like companies, they're so used to like coming in, this is the idea, let's rehearse it, figure it out, the story, blah blah blah. So it's not so much like freestyle, like we just go in, here's an idea, let's freestyle and see if there's stuff we can pull, you know. But yeah, to see them like really take advantage of it. Like as soon as I walked in, like we just played the music, did a follow along, and they were all in it. They were giving it a go, and then anything I said, like, or anything I asked them to try, there wasn't too much hesitation or like people pulling back. There was only like one person that was really like reserved and jumping in, and he ended up jumping in, and it was crazy. Like he was one of the like natural crump like feeling when he moved. Like he had one of the most natural feelings. So yeah, that was a crazy experience teaching there. It was mad. The movement there was cool. The people were amazing, like to talk to and connect with. The questions were good, and yeah, they're hungry over there, eh? Like you could tell they were a small company. Like it's not a very big company, but they're very close with each other. Like you can tell it's a very like family type of vibe. That's what I got when I went in. So yeah, bro, it was mad. Like they picked me up
dope.
from my resort that I was staying in. The guy that picked me up was like super friendly, like no awkward vibes. Like they were just awesome people. So yeah, it was fun.
Mad.
2 hours with them, bro. It was
Shout
a vibe.
out to
yeah.
Vo.
Bro, I full got poked in the eye in the session though. It was funny. Like
As you do.
Yeah, I was facilitating the session, and one of them got in and they got real hyped and they were looking for something, and they saw my hat. Like, went to grab my hat, and I think the hand was like too big for just the brim. It just went. I was like, oh nah, there we go. But yeah, first time this happened to me. But yeah, Fiji was a vibe. Fiji was a vibe. Yeah, I hope it keeps going. But yeah.
So you also competed in Red Bull last year.
Yes, sir.
2023. What was that experience?
Red Bull dance yo style,
actually,
yo.
well, we can both talk about this because we were both a part of it. But wow,
yeah, that was a process.
that was a process.
That was a process.
A process. But hey, it is what it is. We won't talk about the process, but let's talk about the dance night. Originally, I was supposed to enter, but due to just certain things happening behind the scenes, I felt like it was the best decision not to. But the lineup still was crazy. Really, really crazy.
The lineup was crazy. Yeah,
that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like the whole night, in terms of just the flow of it, I got to obviously co-MC with Archie and Lance, which was mad. I felt like I wasn't even emceeing, to be honest with you. I was just literally on the mic, like, woo, yep, that's good.
It was just for the vibes.
But it was cool. It was for the vibes, hard out. But, bruh, I mean, so many cool, like, dance moments. What was your favorite round of Red Bull?
My favorite...
Or moment?
That I dropped? Or
that you dropped.
My favorite round that I dropped... Damn, I think... Yeah, my favorite round would have been in the first battle. I think the Kendrick Lamar round. Yeah.
Who did you have that round? I can't remember.
I had... Oh, how did I forget his name? It was one of the Vogue dancers.
Earls?
No.
Honey.
No. Ah, the other one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's got a cool name too.
Oh my
And it's gone out of my...
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I forgot the name. Well, you should feel bad because...
To start with F?
Fang.
Yeah. There we go. Yes. Wow. Yeah, he was crazy too.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. But yeah, that was probably my favorite round. I don't know why it was my favorite round. I think low key, I probably just shocked myself with how I danced to the song.
Mad.
But I didn't I trained or I trained / prepped for Red Bull the night before. Like I was so just going into nah, because I don't really focus too much on all style events. I always enter just to experience it, step out of my comfort zone and just do something different. So I was just like, Red Bull, sweet, crowd vote. My style's not very for the crowd. I don't really dance for the crowd type vibe or perform. Just do my thing. So I wasn't really looking too forward into Red Bull. But I trained for it the night before. I was like, all right, yeah, let's see how we go. And I made it to semis, which was mad. But yeah, that round was probably my favorite. And then the second round against Happy Feet, who ended up winning, that was crack up just because I started my round with the hip hop.
Yeah, that's right.
I was just straight trolling it. I was like, oh. But yeah,
that's too funny, bro.
Nah, that was
who do you
my
reckon
favorite.
is I was gonna ask who rate your top? Give us your top 3 dancers in New Zealand.
Top 3 dancers in New Zealand.
Yeah,
in terms hip hop or all styles, battle dancers or in general.
I don't know. Whoever you consider a top 3.
Damn.
Aside from like me, you, and Byron.
Oh.
So you can't say like us three.
Yeah.
in your
Top 3?
list.
Oosh for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oosh for sure. Damn, if we're talking all-star scene, like battle scene, yeah, Oosh, Happy Feet will have to be up there for sure. Damn, I'm trying to like make sure I don't like forget anyone. Say it and not. And,
That's
like,
all right.
forget
Next
someone.
video, you'll probably have another top 3.
Yeah. So yeah, off the top of my head would be Oosh.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, who did I say? Happy Feet, and then probably Av.
Yeah.
Outside of us 3, yeah.
Yeah, that's mad.
Just because Av's style's real, like, I don't see anyone move like him in New Zealand. Like, he's got his own kind of, like, flavor, I guess. Yeah. But if we're talking, like, dancers, all dancers, definitely Jara would be in top 3. Because she moves
Yeah.
crazy.
She moves crazy,
Yeah,
for sure.
she moves crazy.
For sure. Movement-wise, really
Yeah.
dope. I just wish Jara would be out there more in
Yo.
these streets. Nah.
If Jara battled that night,
If she battled,
Bruh.
yo, okay,
if she battled that night, I reckon that would have been battle of the year.
yeah,
That battle would have been crazy. But she did message like her reasoning and stuff, so it's all good. But you know us, Jara, we gonna push
petty
it.
about it, bruh, because that was such a what
That whole night
What a
was
moment.
iconic. What a moment.
What a moment. But it's actual crazy because if you guys didn't know, she got called out by Alien right after the Beatdown Heavy Hitters night, which was absolutely insane. And those moments, they just happen, but like a lot of times they don't just happen. So it's like it was very rare for that moment to occur, and hopefully there's another like atmosphere that kind of will allow it to happen again, but we never know. But if Jara got down and we got to see Jara versus Alien, brother, that would have been an insane street battle.
Yeah. It's crazy because she's training under Byron too.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I mean, the whole time when I was in Germany, she was like, she was just crump. I was like, that's
but
crazy.
I finally got to session with her last year too, and she was killing the session. We jammed at Momentum. I can't remember what the jam was for. I think she was up and asked for a session. Yeah, and we just like a couple of us showed up, and she was just popping off. But even seeing like her hints of crump in the theater show, in the Manu Malo show, bruh, that end scene of Manu Malo, bruh, that flipped me, bruh. Caught me way off guard. That was crazy. But Jara. Insane.
Yeah, hard out. Another one that was a sleeper is Tyler.
Oh,
Tyler's
I
partner?
remember you saying I didn't get to see it. Tyler, bro. Next time. I hear she's in New Zealand too. I hear she's in New Zealand too.
Oh, yeah. But bro, Tyler is a mad mover. Both of them, I feel like, we just had Tori, who's Li'i's partner, join Crump Club. And bro, what a whirlwind of an addition is she. Like, her freaking her first battle event was at the Beatdown Championships, and it was against Lil 13. And bro, she did mad.
She did mad.
Like this thing, iconic.
Bro, that's why like the few contempt dancers that have come into Crump that I've got to experience like them coming into Crump with have been like crazy. Like their ideas, not so much their ideas, like their way of thinking, but the shapes and positions they can get into, and like just helping them to make it Crump just goes crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of the people that transition from Contempt into Crump are more the people that have like done shows in Contempt. Like, I've never met anyone that was in the lower tiers of Contempt, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the people that we've kind of jammed with are like those, they've studied at, what's that school in Wellington? The dance school to something. Tui Fakari.
Toi Fakari.
Is it actual?
I don't know if that's the school.
I don't know.
if that's
It was a school of dance or something.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know, but one of them. And then a lot of the people that like really transition into Crump are more so that like those guys who have like experience and stuff, which is crazy.
Yeah, mad, bruh. Yep. Crazy year. He was mentioning the beatdown. We didn't even say anything about the beatdown at the start. That's a whole other thing. Like, how many beatdowns did you run last year? Four?
Four
Four total?
Yeah.
3 qualifier ones, and then one end of year championship
Yeah,
ones.
we wanted to like tone it down mainly because we wanted to make sure that whatever beatdown events that we did, that it had a vision, that it was measurable, and that it was just realistic. But this year, oh my days, we are hoping to do way more because I feel like now the team is ready for it, and yeah, everyone can just build the structure in order for people to like go out and just do it. So yeah, definitely this year we're going to be running a whole lot more beatdowns, which is crazy.
Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout.
Yeah, that's crazy.
over
More
the tree.
beatdowns.
Beat
What else
down
did we do
is
last year,
for
man?
me.
What else? We had LA. Where did we go after LA? LA, we went straight
We
to
went to Sydney.
Sydney,
Bass.
where someone
Sydney
became a double
Bass.
champ.
Sydney Bass. Hype.
Yes.
Yeah,
How was that?
Yeah, it was cool. We went to Home of the Brave, which was mad. Yeah, I think for me, I was just going for the vibes. Just gonna be there, turn up, chill, vibe, be there with the community, and then obviously, you know, because we're there, may as well just enter. So yeah,
As we do.
But entered both divisions, which was the get off division and then just the open 16 division, and it was cool, man. Sydney's got some heavy hitters.
Yep.
Oz is always like a fun vibe to be around. But what I did feel this time around, it felt different in the sense that like I feel like all of the work that we've been doing, or yeah, like all the work that we've been doing as a NZ Crump movement, I felt like that was the first time I felt and received. Maybe it was just me, like I was open to receiving like the appreciation of it, if that makes sense. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like before, I always feel like whenever we go to Oz, we're the underdogs. This time it didn't feel like that.
We
This
felt
time,
like our respect was there.
yeah, and it felt like maybe this is, you know, maybe this is just how I read into it or whatnot, but it felt very cool just being able to walk into a space and just people like come up to you, talk to you as if you're from their city. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
because of all of the work that they see online. And so, yeah, instead of like, you know, coming to the city and then just everyone's like battle mode.
Yeah.
like,
Nah, I feel you,
Rather.
because it was like that, like even when I was heading over there in my earlier years in Crump. But back then it was still that whole like
Who's
New
the
Zealand
best?
and Oz,
Yeah.
that rivalry that we have in everything we do, not just in dance, like rugby, netball, like all that stuff. So
netball.
yeah, netball, bro, rivalry's huge. You don't watch
Yeah,
netball?
I know. Steve and Harry. Steve, what?
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, nah, I definitely felt it. But yeah, and you're right, it has changed. Where like now we show up and feel a bit more like respected, and I think was just over years of building that connection and connecting, especially with their new gen. The new gen Oz are like, they're so cool right now. Like, yeah, they're just humble people who are keen to grow, connect. Because Junior Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Junior Mad Dog,
He's a G.
Bruh, he's real cool. Like
He's a G.
he came over into the beatdown not last year, the year before.
Yes.
And then he started connecting with us. And then when we were there, he was like hella like cool with us, like saying what's up and all that. And I did a few privates. Like I had a whole day where I did like private trainings and then taught a workshop, and that was crazy. Got to connect with them as well. So yeah, it's mad. It's definitely changed for sure.
100%. Oh, and we went to Sydney the week before. We were there for the week before. We were there
Like 2 weeks,
for,
two weekends later, like
for
2 weeks later.
Destructive Steps, and we got to kick it. We got to, you know, watch UFC live in person, which was insane. All
Yes,
thanks
we
to
did.
the man himself,
Mr.
Mr. Bender.
Mr.
So
Styles.
appreciate you, bruh. But
Yeah,
yeah,
hell
that
yeah.
was insane. And then, I mean, even just getting to see the wider community of like Oz is really cool. Because they got, obviously, you know, they got some mad all-style dancers. They got some mad movers. And yeah, it was just really, really cool to be around, get to see the community, meet a whole lot of people, catch up with people. But that was crazy too. And we bumped into Paradox.
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
Ray.
That was my
The
first
Usos.
time. That was my first time meeting him too.
Yeah.
I've seen him at EBS and stuff, but I never got to meet him. Yeah.
What was your first impression of Paradox?
Cool, but he was real cool, chill. But I think because the ice was broken because you were there. Like he already knows you. Was that you've met him before and stuff.
Yeah.
So he was already like yo, and then obviously me being with you, his brothers. I hit one of the boys, you know.
Bruh, it was
So,
all
he was real cool,
all the
chill
vibes.
as
hard out. Tony Ray too. Massive shout out to Tony Ray.
Tony Ray was cool. Yeah, he was
He's
cool. He was
crack
cool to
up,
meet.
bro.
Yeah.
I swear, man. I swear, I feel like we have a gift of just making people our friends.
because they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I think we have a gift of not letting people have a choice.
Yo, massive shout out to Yaya.
Yeah.
Yaya. You were a hard code to crack, girl.
Yeah, I don't know if I was going to
you.
get told off. That first time we met her at EBS, and then she was teaching us the robot in the back, and I was just in the back. I was like, this. And she was just looking at us like, and kept going. Bro, that was the funniest. But yeah, you a G.
Yeah, there's so many things that we can talk about 2023. And I think what's exciting is a lot of the momentum built from 2023 is leading into 2024.
Yes.
And I think that's where this year is going to be insane. What's one thing that you want to encourage everyone about 2024 right now? Because we're going to do a video later about certain things to set up, certain goals or certain tools that we have that I feel like is valuable for our listeners and our people to take into in hopes of better preparing, our community for 2024. But what's one encouragement before they go to basically, take them with into 2024, my brother?
Yeah, I think for 2024, it's just whatever you do, just do it with like intention. Like don't just be like, all right, I've been given this opportunity, I'm gonna just do this, get out the way. Or if you're getting like a paid gig, I guess, especially for like dancers, don't just be like, okay, it's a paid gig, I'm gonna just do it because it's an easy one, and then get the money and then that's it. Like really put intention behind it, even if it is like the pay might not be that great. If you're just starting to get paid, like put a lot of effort into that gig that seems small now, but it could play like a pivotal role, I guess, in getting bigger opportunities. So just any opportunity you get or anything you kind of put your mind towards, like really put intention behind it and go for it.
Hell yeah.
What about you?
I was hoping you wouldn't say it.
What about you?
I think just one real easy one is just don't take your time for granted. Don't take your time for granted. There's always, whether it be the hustle life or just enjoying the moment, just don't take any of those moments for granted. Make the best out of it. Make memories. Make memories of loved ones and with people you care about, and just enjoy the ride. Pretty much. That's what I would say for anyone out there for 2024 off top. That's not what I'm focusing on for this year, but that's definitely one encouragement or thought that I feel like is a very good reminder. Because even I'm telling myself that just enjoy life in the ups and downs, because like 5 years from now, you'll look back and you'll be like, dang, like I was so stressed.
Yeah.
Like I missed out on everything type of vibe. So.
Hell yeah. What's, sorry, before we go, one more. What's the biggest takeaway from last year, 2023? What's your biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway.
Lesson learned, or
the biggest takeaway is that, like, I feel like for me, because my theme last year was revolved around having a story of significance. So that was my theme, and what that basically meant was me, like, putting myself into these stories that I want to tell my kids about, you know what I mean? All of these cool stories of, instead of saying like, oh yeah, like there was a guy that I read online who did this, who did that. I wanted to put myself in those situations. And so last year, getting married, traveling, dancing, even KOB, we haven't even talked about KOB, but I think for me was just the biggest takeaway was that I can do it. Like I can do it all. And that was the biggest takeaway. And I feel like that was such an encouragement, and maybe that's an encouragement out there for anyone else. So,
man,
how about you?
Hell yeah. My biggest takeaway was just take any and every opportunity that you can, with both hands, and just go hard. Like, if you can take certain sacrifices, like do it. But just take advantage of every opportunity, because again, like your theme, my theme was dare to be great. So I was just like, anything that's thrown my way, like just do it, even if I have to step way out of my comfort zone, which the music videos and stuff, way out of my comfort zone, but we just did it. But that was my biggest takeaway. Yeah, biggest takeaway, biggest highlight, and I felt like I grew heaps. So yeah, that was mad. But yeah, that's us for this episode. Yeah, first episode of For the Vibes.
Yo.
But yeah, we got more dropping. We're gonna drop the next episode, which will be about 2024, and how to start your year right, or how we like to start our year, and just some gems, hopefully that we can kind of pass on to you guys for the start of your year, so that we can hit the ground running. But yeah, other than that, that's us. First episode, share it around, tag people in the comments, all that good stuff. For the Voibez.